Blade Runner, Blade Runner is my favorite movie. So it doesn't really matter, am I talking about the new one or the old one? Because the favorite part from Blade Runner is actually the aesthetics and the world building that Blade Runner had, right? And Nakagin Capsule Tower, in my opinion, is a direct bridge to those kind of aesthetics that we had, unfortunately, had in our real world. So this is why this building is one of my favorites, and this is why I'm doing a video on it. And also I'm doing a whole damn project on it as well, but more on that later in the video. So the Nakagin Capsule Tower was designed by Kisho Kurokawa, who is one of the Metabolist movement founders. And if you don't know about those guys, you should definitely check them out. They were crazy, and the architecture that they built was crazy. But anyway, it was built in 1972, I believe. I think the construction started in 70s, and then it was 1970 and ended in 1972. And unfortunately, ever since then, it has been dismantled. I wanted to say demolished just right now, but I chose a different word, dismantled, because with metabolist buildings, you don't really demolish them. You kind of just take them apart, right? You dismantle them because they are so part-oriented, right? And the tower itself has been functionally, it was a residential and office building located in Tokyo, central Tokyo. So there are two things that I absolutely love about Nakagin Capsule Tower. The first one is the interior. And before I say anything more, let me just kind of guide you through the way the tower works in general. You have two cores, and you have, I believe, 114 capsules that are hanging off from those cores, modular capsules. And all of those capsules mostly have the same size. 2.4 meters by 2.4 meters by 4.6? Don't quote me on that, but very small in size. I'm giving you the outer measurements, not the inner measurements. So that's why it's called the capsule tower, right? It has plenty of these capsules. And since these capsules are so small, their interior has to be super highly functional. And this is the first thing that I love. The function is integrated so well, as it has to be, right? For example, if we look just at the bathroom, holy crap, that's a tight fit, right? But it works. And not just that it works, it looks awesome, because every nook and cranny has a purpose, right? Now, just look how the sink sits on top of the edge of the bath, right? Look at the shape of the bath. You know how you eat up the pipes with the edge. I'm just salivating. And the second thing, let's move on. Let's move on to the second thing. The second thing that I love about the capsule tower is the overall concept. So let me guide you through it. Let's picture this. It's 1970s Japan. The economic boom, the post-war miracle is in full gear. It's just going crazy. Japanese worker Seto-san works for Toyota. He lives alone. Eats breakfast, lunch, dinner, anything outside in izakayas that are densely scattered throughout Tokyo. He only uses his apartment to shower and to sleep, right? So he doesn't need a lot of space. And Seto thus lives in a capsule of the capsule tower. Then one day he gets a job offer from Sony, which pays better, so he kinda accepts it. Problem is that Sony's headquarters is on the opposite side of Tokyo, way far out, right? Well, for Seto-san it's not a problem, because all he needs to do is just ring up his company, or not his company, but the company that takes care of the capsules, and says, I wanna move. I wanna move from this district to this district. A big crane appears in a few days, takes away the capsule, Seto's capsule, from the capsule tower in his current neighborhood and brings it to the new neighborhood and hooks it up there. And suddenly, Seto has moved, with all of his belongings still inside of the capsule. I feel like this is a really cool, like a really cool concept. It's so dystopian, so highly dystopian. It only works for, you know, this kind of not niche cases, but for only this type of a person in this type of an environment. But it almost feels like it would work, and the aesthetic that it creates is amazing, right? Would I want to live in one? For a little bit, yes. A month, maybe. Not 2. Probably not 2. But do I love it? I absolutely do. I love it so much that I have begun a project. A Nakagin Capsule revival project. I'm not original in this case. There are plenty of fans of the tower that have begun similar projects throughout the last few months. And I'm just taking my little part in it. So my part is me modeling out the capsules, the tower itself, everything, the whole shebang in 3D, importing it into a video game engine, making it a multiplayer game that is playable by all, free to download for anyone, where people who like the tower can meet up and have a chat. So there's going to be voice communication going on. The plan is to document everything on this YouTube channel. So if you're interested, leave a like, subscribe, follow, and you'll see the progress. Currently we're at the capsule being done and kind of the bare bones implementation in the video game engine kinda done. So now the next step is going to be the heavy 3D modeling of the rest of the tower, which should be pretty exciting. I have another side projects going on with this Nakagin Capsule Revival project, but besides those, this is going to be kind of the main thing, the end goal of all goals. So yeah, that's something that I just wanted to put out there. Hope that this will attract some more fans of it. I'll see you in the next one. Later.